Hello children and welcome to your channel Sharda Educare, and in this series of circle chapter we are now learning practice set 6.1 and 3 videos are already uploaded. Let's begin children. There is a solved example which you can see on the screen. Radius of a circle is 20 centimeter. You can see here one circle and the radius of that circle is given as 20 centimeter. Distance of the chord from the center of the circle is 12. Let me draw the radius. Let this be center and from here I am drawing a radius, and radius of the circle is given as 20 centimeter. Distance of the chord from the center of the circle is 12. There is a chord and this chord's distance from the center is 12 centimeter. Let that chord be AB. What is given? Distance of the chord. Yes, distance of this chord from the center of the circle is 12 centimeter, and we need to find out the length of the chord, means we need to find out AB. What is AB? Clear? Now children, we have done in the theorem a line drawn from the center to the chord is perpendicular to the chord. Yes, theorem also we have done. So we can, if this line is perpendicular, suppose this line is perpendicular, then this is a right angle triangle. Clear? So let me say the center of the circle is O and OM will be perpendicular to AB. See, if a line is drawn from the center to the chord, that line will be perpendicular to the chord. And if that line is perpendicular to the chord, then this triangle will be a right angle triangle. Clear? So let's begin with the solution. We can say OM is equal to 12 centimeter given. Okay, and angle OMA is equal to 90 degree. Why angle OMA is 90 degree? Because OM is perpendicular to AB. If OM is perpendicular to AB, then in triangle OMA by Pythagoras theorem, OA square is equal to AM square plus OM square. What is OA square? 20 square. AM is, we want to find out. OM is 12 square. 20 square is equal to 400. AM square we want to find out. 12 square is 144. Now 144 will come this side and will get subtracted. 400 minus 144 is equal to AM square. 400 minus 144 would be, let us do 400 minus 144. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 4 is 5. 3 minus 1 is 2, 256. So you will get 256 is equal to am square. Therefore, am square is equal to 256. So am is equal to under root 256, because we are removing the square and putting the square root this side. If we remove the square from here, we have to put the square root. Then what will be the square root of 256? 16 into 16. If 16 is 2 times inside the root, it will be 1 time outside the root. So am is equal to 16 centimeter. Okay? Find the length of the chord. If am is 16 centimeter, children, we know that am is equal to mb. And why am is equal to mb? If OM is perpendicular to AB, then AM will be equal to MB. If you draw a perpendicular line from O to M, then that line will be, both the perpendicular line will bisect the chord. So if AM is 16, MB also will be equal to 16. And therefore, AB is equal to AM plus MB, which is equal to 16 plus 16, which is equal to 32. Let us move to the next question, children. Example 1. Radius of a circle is 5 centimeter. The length of the chord of the circle is 8 centimeter. If a chord is drawn, that chord length is 8 centimeter. Say it as AB, and this chord is 8 centimeter. Radius is given. We have to find out the distance of the chord this distance we have to find out from the center. Okay, means we have to find out this. Let O be the center of the circle and M be the point on the chord. So we can say that OM is perpendicular to AB. If OM is perpendicular to AB, then AM is equal to MB. Clear? Perpendicular line from the center bisect the chord. Drawn from center bisect the chord. Okay, fine. So therefore AM is equal to MB. So AM is equal to half of MB. So AM is equal to half of 8, that would be 4. So AM is equal to 4. We got AM as 4. So we can use Pythagoras theorem in this triangle. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, OA square is equal to AM square plus OM square. by Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to this square plus this square. Place the value. OA is how much? Phi square. AM is how much? 4 square plus OM square. Now we know 25 is equal to 16 plus OM square. 25 minus 16 is equal to OM square, and 25 minus 16 is 9 OM square. Now on other side, when I will be removing, if suppose this is square, suppose here there was square, and if we remove the square, then what would I do? I would place the under root other side. So what will happen? Under the root, 3 into 3 is equal to OM. Therefore, OM is equal to 3. So distance of the chord, which chord? Chord AB. From where? From center is how much? From center is 3 centimeter. Okay children, you can pause and you can solve the sum children. Let's move to the next question. Practice set 6.1. The sum says distance of the chord AB. Let us draw the chord AB. AB. From the center of a circle, let O be the center of the circle, and distance of the chord AB from the center of the circle is 8 centimeter. Means chord AB is away from the center of the circle, say O, is 8 centimeter. Length of the chord AB is 12. Find the diameter. Find the diameter. We can find the radius children, and the radius double can be the diameter. So we know that OM is perpendicular to AB. Okay, line drawn from the center, from center to the chord, and to the midpoint. To the midpoint, actually, to the midpoint is perpendicular. If you draw a line from the center to the midpoint of the chord, then that line will be perpendicular. Say M is the midpoint. Okay? M is midpoint. So OM is going to be perpendicular to AB. And if M is the midpoint, then AM is equal to half of AB. Okay? So AM is equal to half of 12. We can say 2 6. So AM is equal to 6 centimeter. So we got AM as 6. We can find the radius by Pythagoras theorem. If OM is perpendicular to AB, so in triangle, which triangle? OAM, angle M is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, what we will get? OA square is equal to AM square plus OM square. See, this is hypotenuse. So, square of this will be equal to square of this plus square of this. Clear? So, OA we want to find out. OA square is equal to AM square. AM is how much? AM we have got as 6. So, 6 square plus OM is how much? OM is 8 square. So, 36 plus 64, which is equal to 100. So, OA square is equal to 100. Now, here OA square is equal to 100. What I will do? I will be removing the square from here. If I will remove the square, I will be placing the square root. So, I will get OA is equal to under the root 10 into 10. OA is equal to 10 centimeter. So, we got OA as 10. If OA is 10, OA is the radius. Yes, OA is equal to radius. And what is diameter? Diameter is double of radius. Therefore, diameter is 2 into radius. 2 into radius. Radius is 10, which is equal to 20 centimeter. And therefore, the diameter is equal to 20 centimeter. Let's go to the next question, children. The second question of your practice set 6.1, diameter of the circle is 26. Let us draw the diameter. Diameter is 26. O is the center. Okay. And length of the chord of the circle is 24. Length of the chord is 24 and AB is the chord and length of the chord is 24. See, diameter of the circle is 26 and length of the chord of the circle is 24. So, this is 24 centimeter. Find the distance of the chord from the center. We want to find out this distance. We know the diameter, children. So, we can know the radius. Yes or no? If we know the diameter, we can know the radius. So, we can write diameter is equal to 26 and it is given. Therefore, radius is equal to 26 upon 2 because radius is half of diameter. Because radius is half of diameter. So, we will be getting 13 centimeter. If we divide 2 ones are, 2 threes are. So, radius we got as 13 centimeter. If we got radius 13, O is the center, and if we draw a line from the center to the midpoint, that would be perpendicular. Let us draw a perpendicular from the center to the midpoint of the chord. Say M is the midpoint. Clear? See, if we draw a line from the center and join that line to the midpoint, then that line is going to be perpendicular to the chord. Okay, and also it will bisect the chord. So, let us say AM is equal to half of AB. Why? Because M is midpoint. And why M is midpoint? Because OM is perpendicular to AB. If a line joins the center and the midpoint, then that line is perpendicular. And if a line is perpendicular, then that will bisect the chord. These two theorems we have done in the videos for second and third video. Okay, children? So let's. If you have any doubt in these two theorems, you can watch the video, second video and third video, and you will clear your every doubt. So I again repeat, if a line is drawn from the center and if it is perpendicular, then that line will bisect the chord. So AM is going to be equal to MB. So we can say AM is going to be equal to MB. That means AM is equal to half of AB, which is equal to half into 24. AB is 24. So 2 1s are 2s are. So AM is equal to 12. We got AM as 12. And we know radius 13. We can find out OM. OM is the distance of the chord from the center. So let's do that. And we also have OM perpendicular to AB. That means it is a right angle triangle. If it is a right angle triangle, we can use Pythagoras theorem here. So let's do that. In triangle OMA, angle M is 90 degree. Why angle M is 90 degree? Because OM is perpendicular to AB. Okay. So by Pythagoras theorem, OA square is equal to AM square plus OM square. OA is how much? OA is 13. 13 square is equal to AM square. AM is how much? 12 square plus OM we want to find out. Now 169, 13 square is 169, 12 square is 144 plus OM square. Now 169 minus 144 is equal to OM. And 169 minus 144, 9 minus 4 is 5, 16 minus 14 is 2, which is equal to OM square. So now I will be doing, every time I do it, this is square. Okay, when we remove the square from here, what do we place here? We place the square root on the other side. So 5 into 5 is equal to OM. So OM we are getting as 5 centimeter. So we can say distance of the chord from the center is equal to 5 centimeter. Children, you can pause the video and you can solve the sum. Let's move to the next question. Radius is given 34. O is the center and radius is 34 centimeter. And the distance of the chord from the center is 30 centimeter. So let us draw a chord here. This is your chord. Label it as AB. AB is the chord. And the distance of that chord from the center, O is the center, distance is given 30. Did you understand? Radius is given, distance of the chord from the center is 30 centimeter. Find the length of the chord. That means we want to find out AB. Okay. Let AM, OM, M is the midpoint. We can say OM is perpendicular to AB. Why OM is perpendicular to AB? Line drawn from the center to the chord, and the line which join the midpoint is always perpendicular to the chord. Clear? Let M be the midpoint. M is midpoint. If M is the midpoint, OM will be perpendicular. Clear? So OM is perpendicular to AB and M is midpoint. So we must always mention that line drawn from the center to the midpoint is always perpendicular. So therefore we can say angle M is equal to 90 degree. If angle M is 90 degree, we can use Pythagoras theorem in this triangle AMO. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, in which triangle? In triangle OAM. In triangle OAM. So we'll get OA square is equal to AM square plus OM square. Now OA is how much? 34 square, which is equal to AM. We want to find out. And 30 square. So 34 square. Multiply 34 with 34. 4 4s are 16, carry 1, 4 3s are 12, plus 1 13, 3 4s are 12, carry 1, 3 3s are 9, plus 1 10, 6 5, 1 1 5 6. So you will get 1 1 5 6 equal to AM square plus 30 square is 900. So this 900 will come here, 1156 minus 900, which is equal to AM square. So 1156 minus 900 will be 256, and now only we have done before this. So AM square is 256. So 256 is equal to AM square. Now what I'll do? I'll be removing the square. If I remove the square, I have to place the square root on the other side. So 256 is what? 16 into 16, which is equal to AM. So 16 is equal to AM. So we got AM as 16. So if AM is 16, the AM is half of AB. Why? Because M is the midpoint. So we can say AM is equal to half of AB, because M is the midpoint, and therefore 16 is equal to half AB. 2 will go here. 16 into 2 is equal to AB. 32 is equal to AB. So chord is equal to 32. So length of the chord is equal to 32 centimeter. You can pause the video and you can solve the sum, children. Let's go to the next question, that is fourth question. The fourth question says radius of a circle with center O is 41. There is given center O and the radius is given 41 unit. It is 41 unit. Clear? Length of the chord PQ is 80 unit. Chord is mentioned as PQ, which is 80 units. 80 units. Units means centimeter, meter, anything it can be. Okay. Find the distance of the chord from the center. Draw a perpendicular line. So label it as M, and we need to find the OM distance. Again, it is so simple. Construction we have done OM perpendicular to AB. Okay. So if OM is perpendicular to AB, then AM is equal to half of AB, and we know why it is, because line drawn from the center to the midpoint is perpendicular. Okay. Angle M is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, first we will find out AM. AM is equal to half of 80 unit, that is equal to 40. So AM we got 40 units. So this is 40. We can find out OM by Pythagoras theorem. OP square is equal to PM square plus OM square. How much is OP? 41 is square is equal to 40 square plus then 41 square. 1 ones are 1, 1 fours are 4, 4 ones are 4, 1, 4 fours are 16. That is 1681 is equal to 40 square will be 1600 plus OM square. Now this is going to move here and it will be 1681 minus 1600 is equal to OM square. That would be 81. Now in the second case, you will remove the square and you will put the square root. So 9 into 9 under the root is equal to OM. 9 is equal to OM. So distance of the chord from the center of the circle is 9 units. Pause the video and solve the sum, children. Let's move to the next question, children. In this figure, center of the two circle is O. O is the center. There are two circles drawn here, already I have drawn. And chord AB is of bigger circle. This is the chord AB. This is a big circle. It intersects the smaller circle in point P. P and Q show that AP, this line is this line, okay. AP is equal to QB. Yeah, BQ. We want to prove it. Clear? Children, draw perpendicular to chord AB. Okay. So OM is perpendicular to AB. And also OM is perpendicular to PQ. Fine. OM is perpendicular to AB and OM is perpendicular to AB. And how we got this? We have drawn this. Clear? and we know this. A perpendicular line from the center, a perpendicular drawn from the center. This statement is very, very important. Drawn from center to the chord. To the chord, bisect the chord. Bisect the chord. Now listen carefully, we have done this theorem, okay? If you draw a perpendicular line from the center to the chord, it will bisect the chord. Now there is OM perpendicular to AB and we have done this construction, yes? So we can say if OM is perpendicular to AB, we can say that PM is equal to MQ. And why PM is equal to MQ? Because OM is perpendicular to PQ. Okay? Next case, AM is equal to MB. Why? Because OM is perpendicular to AB. And how we got OM perpendicular to AB? Because we have done construction. So now children, what I will do, if AM is equal to MB, can I write this like this? AP plus PM is equal to C. AP plus PM. Now this one will also get bifurcated, na? MQ plus QB. Because AM is AP plus PM, MB is MQ plus QB. Now see children, PM is equal to MQ, but PM is equal to MQ. So what I will do, I will write this AP is plus PM. See what I am writing? AP plus PM is equal to MQ plus QB. MQ plus QB. Now same thing I wrote. AP plus PM is equal to MQ plus QB. But we know PM is equal to MQ. So we can cancel PM and MQ. Clear? We can cancel PM and MQ. So what will be left? Will be left is what? AP is equal to QB. And that is what we wanted to prove. Hence proved. At the end we can say hence proved that AP is equal to BQ. So you can pause the video children and you can solve the sum. Let's move to the next question. Question 6, the last question of your exercise 6.1. It says that if diameter of a circle bisect the two chord. Let me draw two chord. This is one chord and this is another chord. And I have a diameter which will bisect the chord. So there is a point which is O as a center, okay, and AB is the diameter. AB is diameter, clear? and PQ is one chord, RS is another chord. What is the question? If diameter will bisect the chord, then these two chords are parallel to one another. We want to prove that these two chords are parallel to each other. That means what we want to prove? We want to prove that PQ is parallel to RS. This is what we want to prove. And it is given that AB is the diameter and AB bisect the chord. It is already given, it bisect the chord. So that means there would be one point M, and there, let us take, there is one point N. M is midpoint. Why M is midpoint? It is given because bisect the chord. See here, diameter bisect the chord. If diameter will bisect the chord, M will be the midpoint. Similarly, N is midpoint. Reason given. Why? Because AB is the diameter and AB bisect the chord. Okay. So if M is the midpoint, N is the midpoint. OM will be perpendicular to PQ and ON will be perpendicular to RS. If M is the midpoint, OM will be perpendicular to PQ, ON will be perpendicular to RS. And why? Line joining the center. Line joining the center and the midpoint. Line joining the center and the midpoint. And midpoint is perpendicular. Is perpendicular to the chord. Okay. If it is a midpoint and it is a center, this segment will be perpendicular. So this will be 90 degree. Similarly, O is the center, N is the midpoint. So this will be 90 degree. Clear? If these two angles are 90 degree, AB is a transversal. Okay. If AB is a transversal, now see, match, sum up these two angles. Angle PMO plus angle RNO is equal to how much? 90 plus 90, which is equal to 180 degree. So in between the two lines, if the two angles are sum up to 180 degree, then those two lines are parallel. Remember, if AB is a transversal and this line, in between these two lines, if the angle sum up to 180 degree, interior angle test we can say. Sum of the interior angle is 180, we can say. So we can say that line PQ is parallel to RS. So PQ is parallel to RS. Why? Sum of interior angle angles is 180 and therefore lines are parallel. So you added this angle and this angle and it summed up to 180 degree and therefore these two lines are parallel. So you can pause the video, children, and you can solve the sum. And this ends our 6.1 exercise, children. Share my video, like my videos, and subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed. Thank you, children, for watching my videos.